for a couple moments. I'm in the Bellamar Hotel, live from the Bellamar Hotel, which is in Manhattan Beach. Now, I'm in the meeting space right now. I guess kind of the hallway in the meeting space. So there's music playing. So bear with me. I just want to come live for a couple minutes because I said I would, right? Let me just make sure my comments are on here. Feel free to make comments if you guys are on. Let's see. Where's my comment? Where's my comment screen? Oh, there it is. So yeah, so I just finished doing a site inspection, a site tour with my clients. Actually, two clients today here at the Bellamar. So they had not been here. I mean, of course, I've been here before, right? But it's been several years. Robin Coleman, what's going on, Robin, in the building? Thank you so much for joining. So yeah, so it's a small boutique hotel, 127 rooms. Now it's part of the Hilton Tapestry Collection, which I don't think it hasn't been part of that for a while, which that's a soft brand of Hilton. Um, but it's still nice, regardless if it's Tapestry or just the Bellamar Hotel. It's still a nice hotel. Um, but it's located like kind of in a neighborhood, right? It's right across from the mall, which is the Manhattan Beach Mall. So it's actually a nice area. Okay, very nice area. Um, Hotels, like I said, still in pretty good condition. But it's 127 rooms, so it's small, right? So this group could probably just basically take over the hotel, which is that's I think that's what they want anyway, right? So because they don't want to compete with other groups, right? They just want to be their own group, take over the hotel. So it's ideal for things like that. So my clients seem to like it, but there's still other hotels that we have to take a look at before we make a decision. But decision we need to make pretty quickly because the program or the retreat is in September. So we do have to make sure that you know um, everything they want to see they're able to see and then make a decision because they have to promote the meeting as well, right? So it's all about that, right? So it's steps to everything. Uh, what else? I'm so excited to build. Yes, always, always, always appreciate you. So other than that, I'm trying to think what else went on today. How many rooms does the property have? Room has 127 rooms. And I want to say meeting space. I don't know the square footage, but I'm gonna say I don't know the exact square footage, but I'm gonna say about it can't be any more than maybe between 5,000 and 7,500. That's what I'm gonna say. They do have a huge space in their what do you call it? In their patio area where the pool area is. So I guess maybe if you included that, because you can use that for meals and things like that as well. And the patio is pretty nice. Maybe okay if I throw that in there, maybe let's say 12, 10 to 12,000 square feet. That's what I'm saying. I should have done my homework before I did this, right? But I didn't. So there you go. But no, it's very nice. Parking is free, which is good, and it's valet parking, so you can't park in the neighborhood, right? So there's no hotel parking in the neighborhood on the street, so you have to park in the hotel, and it's a small footprint, but like I said, the hotel is nice. I've always liked this hotel. So it's right across from the Manhattan Beach Mall, not too far from Top Golf in El Segundo, which just opened not too long ago, less than a year ago. So the whole area is kind of been revamped and revitalized, right? Especially since COVID and all that kind of stuff. So it's actually a nice area and just kind of a change from a big box hotel. So there you go, Bellamar Hotel, Bellamar Hotel. As you can see on the ticker, it says the Bellamar Hotel, Manhattan Beach. So I'm live from there. I'm actually in there, like I said, near their meeting space. Let me just pick up my so you can kind of see I don't know if you can see much, but that's kind of the hallway and a couple meeting rooms over there. But I'm actually in the hallway, so just to kind of show you guys where I am. So, but I'm Russell of Hotels. I do hotel site selection. I do content creating, and I'm a hospitality personality. So I do a show called On Air with Russell of Hotels. Comes on live every Tuesday at 1 o'clock PST, live on LinkedIn and live on YouTube, just like this show here. So I do these daily check-ins, right? Also, so Monday through Friday, I'm doing a daily check-in as well, And just so happens the last 2 or 3 daily check-ins that I did, I've actually been live from hotels. So I can't be Russell of hotels if I'm at home all the time, right? That'd be Russell from home. But no, I'm just fortunate enough to have clients in town where I needed to do some site tours anyway. So of course I'm gonna do lives from there. So it's all good. Tomorrow, I'm doing On Air with Russell of Hotels. I have a guest tomorrow, Miss Veronica Rivera. She's with the San Diego Tourism Authority. I've been trying to get her for a while to come on. So tomorrow is the day, right? So you don't want to miss that tomorrow. In fact, I got a little promo for you, right? So let me show a little promo. That's one thing, one good thing about my computer. What is going on here? That's one good thing where I can show these things on the fly, right? So as you can see, Miss Veronica, San Diego Tourism Authority, tomorrow, 1 o'clock, On Air with Russell of Hotels, live hospitality talk show. So that's the promo piece that I did for her. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be an explosion. It's gonna be fire, right? So you want to make sure you check that out and check out the other ones that I've done too. So I've done this will be show number 200 and I want to say it's 204. So this is show 204 and counting. So you can always go back and look at the previous ones. I had Miss Myrna Levert Vasquez on last week. You may want to check that one out as well. But tomorrow's going to be fire as well. So, because Veronica's going to bring it, right? So, I've been trying to get her on for a while. So now I got her. So I'll show you one more time. So that is the promo piece. You'll see it I put that on LinkedIn as well. I put it on Instagram as well. So you'll see it, but the show is live on YouTube and LinkedIn. So just want to show you guys that. Appreciate what you guys are doing. Okay, Russell, can you share some of the properties, demands, features, and benefits? What is this a test? What are you trying to? What? What the heck? I don't know all that. No, I didn't do my homework first. Like I said, it's 127 rooms. It's kind of located in a neighborhood, right? So, which is pretty unique, right? But it's unique because you're not going to have a lot of traffic coming through, but it's you're restricted because there's not a lot of parking, right? So you do have to park within the hotel. But some of the features would be that it's close to everything. It's close to the mall. It's not too far from the beach. Probably within 5 minutes of the beach. You got Dockweiler Beach, not too far from here. You got Manhattan Beach, the pier is not too far from here, within 5 minutes of the hotel. The mall is directly across the street, so you actually can walk there. There's a Top Golf in the area. There's numerous restaurants, right? And for your meeting, 127 guest rooms. For meetings, if you have a meeting of say 100 people or so, you're basically going to take over the entire hotel. So, which is a huge benefit for the groups that don't want to compete with other, meetings, other companies or organizations. So that's always a good thing as well. So hopefully, I I answered this quiz. Okay, hopefully I passed the quiz. Did I pass the quiz, Robin? I mean, my goodness, don't know what are the features and benefits of this hotel. Well, I just gave it to you. I just broke it down for you. So no, that's a great question. I'm gonna be funny. I'm not just gonna give it to you. I'm gonna be funny along the way. So, but yeah, so those are some of the, the features and benefits. And actually, I know the sales manager used to work for me back in the day. Works here. So that's another feature and a benefit. Okay, so it's funny. The last 3 hotels that I've done site tours, I knew someone there. It's always good, and these are people that I worked with before, right? Either, yeah. I mean, it wasn't any time. It was when was it? I think I worked with Irene, who is here now. Back when I was at the Radisson, I was the director of sales and marketing at the Radisson, which is now the Hyatt LAX. And then last week I worked with Tony, or I met with Tony, who's a sales manager, and we worked together at the Courtyard in Marina Del Rey. I mean, years ago. So it's always good to come across the people that you kind of work with, and all good people, both sides. I'm good, they're good, that kind of thing, and you had good relationships with, right? So I respect them, they respect you, and that's the best thing you can do, because you never know in this industry. You never know who you're gonna come back, who you're gonna run into again, right? You don't know what you're gonna be doing. I didn't know what I was gonna be doing on this side of the industry, back then, right? So bottom line, you want to maintain some good relationships. You don't want to screw anybody. You don't want anybody to screw you, because that can really set things up, for some future stuff, right? But no, I always treated people with respect. Um, and when I see people, it's like a reunion. That's a good thing, right? Most people. Now, I'm sure there's some people out there that I don't want to see, and they don't want to see me. You know what I mean? So, but for the most part, no, we're all good. But it can be kind of tricky in the industry. Okay, we all know that, right? So I ain't hide nothing, because that's not what I do. Let's see what else. Anything that there's some new comments here. Let me see. Oh, in fact, you know what? I'm sorry, Robin. I'm doing you a disservice here. So when Robin comes on, I can show the comments, right? Rockstar Robin in the building. Okay, so I can show the comments that Robin has. When it disappears, I'll put the next one up there. Do, 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 do. See, that's the beauty of this. Of this. Let's see. Next one. I'm so excited to build. Oh, we're excited to build with you, Robin. Thank you so much. And how many rooms does the hotel have? Okay, 127. I already told you that. Thank you so much. And next question. Can you share, Russell, can you share some of the property's demand features and benefits? Really? Okay, now I did mention that, okay. I did mention 127 rooms. I mentioned the location right across from the mall. I mentioned that a group of 100 people would basically take over this hotel. They do have space. I'm gonna say between 10 and 15,000 square feet of space, some indoor as well as outside space. They have a boardroom. I mean, rooms can be set up however you want to, but their biggest space, I want to say, does about maybe 120, does about 120. So that's good as well, right? So is that some of the features and benefits you're looking for? Right across from the mall, Top Golf is down the street. The beach is within 5 minutes. Hey, it's the perfect place. They have a pool here as well. So hey, what else you need? What else you need? Let's see. What else? What other? Let's see. She asked one more question, and feel free to ask questions, because that's what I'm all about. Answering questions. So this is good. Okay, and then she laughed. She thought that was funny. Yeah, it was funny. Awesome. Yes, you answered. I'm glad I was able to answer. And I'm just joking, right? Yeah, I'm going to answer your questions, but of course, I'm going to give you a hard way to go before I answer the questions. But yeah, live here from the Bellamar Hotel, Manhattan Beach. Just finished mine, just for people that just may be tuning in. I just finished my site tour. Irene showed us around. Irene Bahanovich used to be at the Hilton for like 10 years. Worked with me over at the Radisson back in early 2000s, right? So now she's here. In fact, she told me a story that this was her second hotel. She worked years ago. She worked here when it was Barnaby's. This hotel was called Barnaby's back in the day, and then whatever company bought it and made it the Bellamar. Turned into a swanky boutique hotel, which it is to this day, right? Now I think it's owned and managed by Pacifica Hotels, which they have several hotels in the area. They have one downtown, I believe, is the Wayfarer Hotel. They have the Jamaica Bay Inn, which is in Marina Del Rey, and they have the Marina Del Rey Hotel as well. And I think the Redondo Beach Hotel in this area. So they have a good footprint in the area. And then, of course, they have the Belmar Hotel. So just give you some information, but this is a Hilton Tapestry Collection hotel now, which is relatively new. So, of course, when I go to properties, I'm gonna do lives, okay, and I'm gonna tell you about where I am, what, about the property. It's about the brand, right? It's about branding for other entities, not just about Russell of Hotels. It's about where I am. It's about creating content for them as well, right? So this doing this live is creating content for them because I'm talking about them and I'm here. And if you see the ticker, it even says Bellamar Hotel Manhattan Beach. So let's see. Okay, I just got an email from my hotel partner. So my client is going up to Lake Arrowhead tomorrow, right? So she's doing a site up there for another program, and my my contact asked me, what did my contact, my client, have any dietary restrictions or needs? Well, I didn't know that, right? I don't know if she did or not. So I text her and say, hey, my hotel contact is asking because they're gonna have dinner tomorrow, right? So she asked me that, and I asked my client. She goes, yeah, she's allergic to the shellfish. I didn't know. I didn't ask that. So I just relayed that message to my contact up in Lake Arrowhead. She goes, okay, perfect. Now we know the lay of the land, right? But I didn't think about that, right? So it's good that people are conscientious of that, right? Because people that don't have allergies, we forget about the people that may have allergies, right? And I mean, shellfish. I mean, that's a serious one, right? So I think all of them are serious, but I didn't think to ask that. But I'm glad that my hotel contact did, and I can pass that along. The information I got from my client, I passed that along back to her. So ask that extra question. So, when you're talking to your clients, it's always important that we ask those extra questions. I did not fail to ask that question. So, now I'm glad that my client did, I mean, my hotel contact did. So now I know. So I put that in my notes, right? Client allergic to shellfish, right? So because I have a list, all my clients, I have, what they like, what they don't like. Dietary needs, it should be one of those things, right? There you go. Who knew, right? So you live and learn. You learn from everybody, and you just have to remember to ask that extra question of your clients because you just never know who's allergic to what, or what they like and what they don't like. So there you go. So see, I'm just giving information here because it's important, right? So, and I didn't even, like I said, I didn't. That's one of those things I did not think about, right? Especially if she's being entertained for the next 2 days at two different hotels. Um, you never know what they're going to be preparing. They could be preparing something with, some type of lobster, some type of lobster bisque or whatever, or some seafood or shrimp cocktail or whatever. And you never know what can get into other things, right? Contaminated on the same plate. Bottom line, it's gonna get over into everything, right? So even if she doesn't eat that, you never know. They could have been using some type of seafood stock or a shrimp stock or a lobster stock or whatever. So now I'm getting into the culinary thing, right? But yeah, but it is important that we ask that extra question because we just never know. So there you go. Let's see what else. What else did I have to talk about? I do these lives every day, like I said, Monday through Friday, live on LinkedIn, live on YouTube, and I do another live on Instagram, right? I'll do the live on Instagram because I want people to come over here to LinkedIn and YouTube, which I'm going to be primarily that's where I'm going to be doing these lives at from now on. So, but there you go. But once again, Russell Hotels live from the Bellamar Hotel, Manhattan Beach. I'm about to get out of here. It's about 4 o'clock, going on 4 o'clock here in California. Um, what else did I have to share? Did I have anything else to share? Let me see. Anybody else have any other questions before I log off of here? Like I said, tomorrow, Veronica Rivera is going to be on my show on air with Russell of Hotels. It's going to be a conversation, right? We're going to have a conversation about, how she started in the industry. No two people got in this industry alike, right? And I think she has an interesting story. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out, right? And hopefully, you guys come on. You can ask questions. You can make your comments. You can do all that stuff. So, those are things that I welcome on the show. It's not just about me talking, by my wah 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 wah. It's about people asking questions, right? Let's see what else. Do I think that would be it. I'm just going through some notes just to see, because I do make notes for myself sometime, or I may take photos and in a jar my memory, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, I did want to talk about this, or I did want to talk about that. So these lives don't have to be long-winded. I make them long-winded because I like to talk, and if I'm not talking to you guys, I'll be talking to myself. So, but anyway, that's it. I think. Let's see, how long have I been on? About 20 minutes. Okay, this is good. All right. So anyway, you guys have a great day. I want to thank you guys so much for joining this live and all the lives that I do. Um, like I said, make sure when you do the lives, let people know who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. So one, I'm Russell Edmond, Russell of Hotels. Two, what do? I do hotel site selection. I assist companies and organizations with finding that right hotel for their meeting, their retreat, their conference, their convention, whatever that is. 10 rooms or more is considered a group. But I help people with hotels all the time. It doesn't have to be a group. I even have hotels that have the Russell of Hotels rate. Okay, did you know that? I have a hotel downtown LA that offers that Russell of Hotels rate. So if you just happen to be coming downtown LA and you're like, oh my God, I need a place to stay and I don't know where to stay, you can boom, Level Hotel Los Angeles downtown on Olive Street. Stayinglevel.com is the website, and just use promo code ROH23. So whatever rate I would get, which is going to be the best rate, right? That's the rate you can get. Okay, so it's about me passing it along to other people. It's not about me. It's about you. So if anybody's coming downtown LA, in fact, I was having a conversation with someone yesterday. They do this tournament, a basketball tournament, right? For basically senior citizens. Like they do this over 50. They said they do. They have a league, over 50 basketball league, over 50, 55 to 60, and over 60. I'm like, what the heck? Well, they travel around. So this guy named like 10 cities that they do this. So they do tournaments every year with like 10, at least 10 teams that come in. And this year is LA, right? So it's actually next week. And I just met this guy, right? So I'm like, well, who made your reservation? First thing I'm gonna ask is like, where you guys staying? Well, they're on their own to make the reservations. What? I wish I had known this, right? Because it's downtown. They have to be downtown. They're at the LA Athletic Club. So LA Athletic Club has hotel rooms too, but they don't have that many rooms, right? So they're kind of limited on their space. But I could have offered them this, and in fact, I told him. I said, "Hey," I said, "You familiar with the Level Hotel?" He said, "Yeah, it's on the next street." I said, "Yeah." I said, I have this Russell of Hotels rate. So if you need a room there, just you can go online and do it. You can call them reservations. Just reference the ROH23, and that will give you my rate. And he's like, oh man, I wish I had known that. So I said, hey, that's okay. I said, just for future usage, future knowledge. Now you know. If you guys ever have this tournament in LA again, let me know, because that's what I do, right? I do basketball tournament. I do everything, right? As far as if you need a hotel room, if you're a group, 10 rooms or more, I'm gonna make it happen. But you don't have to limit it to 10 rooms or more. If you need single rooms up to 9 rooms, that's why I got these rate codes at certain hotels, so you don't have to worry about all the other stuff. You just go to their website in the code section that they have, and you'll see it. You just type in ROH23, boom, give you the rate. So you never know, right? You never know who you come across. And I always make sure I let people know what I do, because you never know who you're gonna run into. You never know what their needs are. Maybe they represent a group or a company or organization, right? That needs hotel rooms or meeting space or whatever. So that's my job to do that, right? But people don't know unless you tell them, right? So make sure you let people know what you do, what's your name, what you do, and how you can help them. Boom. There you go. So with that, I think I'm done. You guys have a great day. Once again, thank you, Robin Coleman. You're a rock star. Thank you so much for joining. And thank everybody else who will see this replay a little later. Okay. Until tomorrow, you guys have a great day. Peace.